Hi guys, it's your friendly neighborhood librarian here, and it's October, so I am back with some more book recs for you, and today we're going to talk about spooky books. Spooky, suspenseful books, some horror. I have a confession to make. This is not my genre. I don't really like scary, spooky books. I don't like scary, spooky movies. It's not my thing, but I'm going to tell you about some of them. And you can be thinking while I'm talking about these, like how one person might think something is scary or spooky or suspenseful, and somebody else, it might not be. So, why are some books scary and some not? What about the writing makes them seem suspenseful? So, the first one I'm going to talk to you about is this book terrified me when I was younger. It's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There are 3 of them. It's also been turned into a movie. The scariest part about this book for me was the illustrations. I did not like the drawings in this book. When I was in middle school, we had a teacher who would read them to us in October, and I didn't like the pictures. But this book is on CleveNet, it's on Sora, and it's in our library if you want to check it out. It's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Each chapter is a different story. They're a nice, quick read, and the pictures are scary too. There's that one. We also have a whole collection in our library in print and online on CleveNet and Sora of the Goosebumps books. These were like the thing. So before Harry Potter, Goosebumps was the highest selling kids book prior to 1998, and then Harry Potter came out, and that changed the way that books for your age were written. They used to just be all short like this. Goosebumps was the thing. These are scary, suspenseful books. There are so many of them. They are by R.L. Stine. You can search by Goosebumps, or you can search by the titles. They're in both ways, in both catalogs. So that is Goosebumps, our Goosebumps series by R.L. Stine. We don't have any print Five Nights at Freddy's, but I can tell you that online on Sora and CleveNet, there are lots of Five Nights at Freddy's books because my son right now has them all on hold. So this one is called Spirit Hunters, and it's by Ellen O. And this is a spooky, suspenseful book about ghosts in the house where a girl named Harper lives. And she doesn't like her house. She steps inside. She doesn't like it. It makes her skin crawl and her hair stand on end. And so she is trying to figure out why does her house feel that way to her. And she's going to go on some ghost hunting. So that is Spirit Hunters by Ellen O. Also on CleveNet and in our library here. This book's been made into a movie with Jack Black in it. This does not have the picture of Jack Black on the front, but when you look in CleveNet, I think the picture in Sora has Jack Black on the front. So this book is about an orphan who moves in with his uncle into this house, and he finds out that his uncle and the lady who lives next door are both magicians, and he wants to do some magic too, but he accidentally awakens the original owners of the house, and they've put a clock in the wall, and it's going to destroy humanity, and he is going to need to figure out how to stop the clock ticking so that he can save the world. So that's called The House with the Clock in Its Walls. This book is a YA book, so this is if you want to challenge yourself, 7th and 8th graders, you might enjoy this book. It's called The Wilder Girls, and this is pretty topical. This book was written a couple years ago. However, it is about a schoolgirl. She's in quarantine because there's a plague. It's called the Tox in this book, and everything it touches gets turned into something very scary. And so her whole school is under quarantine, and her best friend goes missing. And so she is going to go and find her friend. And so it's very scary and suspenseful while she looks for her friend while breaking quarantine. It's called The Wilder Girls. It's by Rory Power. This is more of a 7th and 8th grade book, and it is pretty scary and suspenseful. The last one I'm going to talk about, this is about zombies. It doesn't look like it's about zombies. Again, this is like a higher grade 7th and 8th grade book. It's set during the Civil War, and it is about when, after the Battle of Gettysburg and all the soldiers were dead, they got up, and now they are haunting the countryside in their undead ways. And so this is about this girl on the front here. She is at a school learning how to fight zombies so that she can be a bodyguard for the rich and powerful people in the 1860s. And it's called Dreadnation, and it's by Justine, Ireland. It's really good. If you like historical fiction, it's a fun book just because it's set during Civil War times, but there's also zombies in it. So if you like zombies, this might be the book for you. Again, this book is also on Sora and on CleveNet, and it's here in our library. And I don't have the next book I want to talk to you about with me because it's checked out. It's called The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. And if you know anything about the Frankenstein monster, you know that Elizabeth is a character in the book. Well, this story is told from her point of view. And she is writing in her diary about what's going on with her person that she's engaged to, Victor Frankenstein. So that's a really good book, and I'd love to show it to you, but it's checked out because it's pretty popular. So those are some scary, spoopy, Halloween-y sort of books that you can check out at our library. You can use your Chromebook and go on to Sora and check them out as well. So happy reading!